this room. I heard the name Riyad Jones. That guy is an absolute legend, a tremendous leader. So you guys are getting trained and coached up by, some amazing people. My buddy Mike just texted me and said I'm in the room as well. Mike's a tremendous leader. Millie Mills is incredible. So you guys are getting a lot of the great knowledge and information you need, this weekend to take your life and business to the next level, because that's really what this is about. It's about getting you equipped. It's about teaching you the right strategies, teaching you the right, principles that are going to allow you to leave this retreat. Because listen, the real work begins after you leave this retreat. Okay. You guys are taking notes and you're doing selfies and you're doing all that good stuff. But when you walk out of this, house, right? And you go back to your neighborhood and you go back to your cities and towns and, states, that's when you have to really, get committed and get disciplined and get focused on, finishing off these last, couple months here in 2020. So again, shout out to C. John, shout out to Jayviel, Riyad Jones, Millie Mills, Mike, all of the amazing people, and definitely Jayviel, because he reached out to me and said, hey man, can you give us 20, 30 minutes in your schedule to talk to the people in the room? And, I'm excited that we made it happen. So you guys, listen, I've been in the industry of network marketing now since 2011. So it will be 10 years for me. It will be 10 years for me in February. So I've been doing this now since I was 21. I'm turning 31, which is insane even coming out of my mouth. I'm turning 31 in 4 days. And what I can tell you is that, after 10 years of, grinding and hustling and learning and falling on my face and, getting bloody and having to figure it out and building organizations and having people leave and having people stab me in the back and, meeting great mentors like Christopher Terry and being able to partner with amazing people like David M. and ETA, right? I can tell you that I've learned a lot in the last 10 years. And I'm not here to talk about money. I'm in a Nike shirt that probably was 50 or 60 bucks, man. I'm a normal guy, but, I made over $30 million at 30 years old in this space. And today I want to share with you guys a few concepts, a few things that I believe that I know, in fact, that can take you to the next level. Because right now we have to become aware and grateful that, man, we truly are blessed. Like we really are in this company in a very special moment. I was FaceTiming with our CEO 2 days ago before he flew to Dubai on his G4 jet, by the way, which is pretty cool, right? And he was talking about 2021, and he was talking about all of the things and all of some of the secrets that I can't share with you guys on this call. But let me tell you something, man. This convention coming up is going to blow your mind. And I know JVL was mentioning something about Houston, Texas. Listen, if you guys are getting together in Houston, get to Houston. You guys are in America, man. It's easy to move around in America. I've been in 85 countries doing this business in the last, 4.5 years. And I've been in places where, it's super tough and it's super difficult economically, whether it's Venezuela or Argentina, Lagos, Nigeria, Ecuador. You guys are in America. You guys have access. Southwest Airlines, rent a car, figure it out, do whatever it takes, because this business is built from event to event. So again, I want to say congratulations to all of you guys for qualifying to be in this retreat. Congratulations on being in a company that's going to be $1 billion brand in 2021. You guys are here early, right? You're in it, in 2020. You're going to be able to say one day that you were in this company before people were making big, crazy money. When JBL was just a chairman 10, or Mike was just a chairman 10, or Riyad was just a chairman 50, you're going to be able to say you were in these rooms before we're in these arenas of 30,000, 50,000 people, okay, once Corona clears up. So what I want to talk about today here for a little bit, I just want to, get that off my chest, because I really, truly am proud of you guys for being there. Because listen, network marketing, iMastery Academy, it's simple, right? But it's not easy. People say, oh, it's so easy. It's not easy. My first year in network marketing, I made $13,000, right? I've been told no tens of thousands of times. Right? When I got involved at 21 years old, nobody believed in me. My own family barely believed that I could get to a couple $1,000s a month. So all the struggles, challenges, obstacles, whether it be mentally, spiritually, or physically that you're enduring right now in your business, I can give you guys one word, and that's the word I'm going to go into today. And this is going to be different. Some of you guys are on my Monday night calls, and I go into some of the mentality. I go into the subconscious mind and the thoughts and the feelings and, the paradigm shifting stuff. But tonight, one word, leadership, okay? Write that word down, leadership. Okay. I've, after doing this now, you know, for close to, like I said, for 10 years, I can tell you that everything, one second. Everything rises and falls on leadership. It truly, truly does. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And let me explain to you what I believe leadership is, right? Some of you guys have heard different definitions from different people. This is what I believe it is. And if you can get leadership, if you can grow your leadership, if you can become a master of the art of leadership and how to lead yourself and how to lead people, guys, Chairman 10 is small. Chairman 25 is small. Chairman 100 is small. I mean, it really is, because listen, you have examples now. I'm looking in the camera right now. We got different, you know, skin color in there, different races, religion, creed, background. Listen, there is somebody in this company, whether you're white, whether you're African American, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're Mexican or Puerto Rican or Ecuadorian or Peruvian or Egyptian or Polish, there is somebody in this company that is earning $10,000 a month right now, that looks like you, that sounds like you, that's from where you're from, that grew up where you grew up. You can't show me somebody and say, I can't identify with anybody. That's ridiculous. There are young people, older. We have people from all walks of life at the Chairman 10 level and above. Honestly, we have people at Chairman 100 and above of all walks of life. We got people that, you know, have, you know, felon charges. We got people that have, you know, prestigious, you know, master degrees from different universities. We got people with tattoos on their face. I mean, I've never seen a more diverse company in my career than I Am Mastery Academy. So leadership, okay? It's a skill, okay? Leadership is a skill. Leadership is a tool, all right? And it's about influencing other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions for the greater good. Okay, and the key thing there is for the greater good, right? So leadership, it is you becoming this individual, man or woman, okay, and getting to a point of who you become. You are able to influence people's thoughts, feelings, and actions, which are going to lead to results that are going to make humanity, the world, the earth, our company, your family, put them in a better place. That's what this is about. It's not just about, you know, the cash and the Rolls Royces and the Lambos and the penthouse suites and the diamonds, all this stuff. It all looks cool. I got collections of all the stuff you can imagine. But let me tell you something. That's not the true fulfillment. The true fulfillment will come when you build and develop other leaders. When I have people that I personally sponsored into this company tell me, yo, I'm now a millionaire because of this company. Thank you. You understand? That to me is a lot more fulfillment than having a Rolls Royce truck or having a Richard Mille watch, because eventually that Richard Mille watch is just a watch. Eventually that Rolls Royce truck, when I first got it, I was like, yo, don't eat in it, don't drink in it, right? I'm gonna be so careful with this thing. Last night, I go play, you know, basketball with, you know, some of the other chairmen in the company in Scottsdale. And after I get done playing, man, we're sweating. You know, my creative director's with me, Dar, he's Indian, so he like smells like it's bad. We sit in my car and smell up the whole damn car. So now it's just a car. So what's my point? My point is that you got to make sure you are going after things that are not just about materialism. Like Riyad Jones, he has a deep reason why he's doing this. Jayviel has a deep reason why he's doing this. You know, Mike's a very conscious human being. You guys should talk to that kid. You know, he'll get deep on some different stuff. He's not doing this just for, you know, some Gucci t-shirt. You want a Gucci t-shirt? I'll give you a Gucci t-shirt, man. I want you to find something that, you know, really inspires you, because this is going to be a process. This is going to be a journey. So back to leadership, right? Again, leadership, it is a skill, and it's about influencing other people's thoughts, feelings, and actions for the greater good. Now, when you look at leadership as 100%, okay, I believe 80% of it is psychology, and 20% of it is the mechanics, okay? And notice tonight, I'm not over here talking about how to prospect people, how to do presentations, how to make your list. You're gonna get all that information, okay? But as a chairman elite, I gotta give you guys some deeper rooted things that are gonna hopefully cause some triggers in your subconscious mind. So when you leave this house, you're not the same person you were when you showed up. Your priorities are different. The things you're posting on Instagram are now going to be different, right? You're going to stop worrying about the hype and what everybody else is doing to look cool and focus on building a real, sustainable, long-term business. Because we know this company, we know this business. Every business is always up and down. There's always, ebbs and flows. If you look up Amazon or Apple or Coca-Cola over the years, Facebook, Instagram over the years, you're going to see up and down. You're going to see uptrends and downtrends, uptrends and downtrends, right? We had an insane uptrend 2020, for 85% of 2020. I don't think I've ever seen momentum like this ever in a company ever. And now we're kind of like hovering, we're hanging out here, and we're gearing up for virtual convention, which is going to start the next uptrend. And we're going to sprint into 2021 and grow and become a billion dollar brand. You got to ask yourself, how much of this cake, how much of this pie do I want? Do I need? What do I desire? See, some of you are in the room, you're there, you're catching pips, right? You're making your $500 a month trading, or maybe you're making your $5,000 a month trading, and you're hanging out and it's all good and it's all cool. But this isn't my question. This is my challenge to you. I challenge you to go from, this is my side thing, my part-time thing, I trade and make some money over here, I build the business over here. I challenge your thinking, and I ask you, if you don't make it big in this, and you don't grow into a masterful leader in this, what does your plan B look like? Because if you're like me, I didn't have any plan Bs, man. I'm 5'10". I played football in high school. I was never gonna go play D1 and go play in the NFL, right? I can shoot 3-pointers in basketball. That's about it. I'm still 5'10", right? I was never gonna go be a rapper or a singer. So for me, network marketing became my sport. This compensation plan became my sport. And I challenge you guys' thinking here tonight. And some of you probably played sports growing up. Maybe some of you played college, man. Look at this as a sport. Look at this as an athletic perspective. That has allowed me to create a lot of success because I've always been a very competitive individual, and we know that it's not about competition, it's about creation, but you want to compete with yourself. You want to always get better than the person you were yesterday. That is what I try to do every single day, is get 1% better, 1% better, 1% better. And if you read Mama Mentality, okay, by the late and great Kobe Bryant, he talks about 1% better every single day. Because if you do that, guess what? You're gonna get better at whatever it is you're doing, right? So again, leadership. We're talking about leadership. 80% of it is psychology. 20% it is the mechanics. So what does psychology mean? I never took that in college. Psychology is up here. Psychology is what we think about. Psychology is how we see things. Psychology is our confidence. It's our posture. It's the way we speak. It's the way we shake somebody's hand. It's the way we have eye contact with people, okay? So I challenge you guys to raise your levels of psychology to match that of somebody earning $10,000 a month. Raise your hand if Chairman 10 is definitely a desire you have for this company. Like 10 grand a month, it's what you see it, you smell it, you breathe it, you drink it, that's it. Like Chairman 10, it's done, it's a done deal. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, 80% of Chairman 10 is psychology. 80% of a $3 million trading account is psychology. It's probably more than that. Matty Pips, a lot of you guys may know him. I sponsored him in this business. We're very close friends. Dude, he started with $500. I know Millie Mills is in there. I don't know all of her, numbers and stuff, but I know she crushes it like crazy as well. They all started with a little amount of money. And through their psychology, they built and they built and they built and they built brick by brick by brick by brick. Okay. Your career in this business is going to be brick by brick as well. Just like any athlete. Okay. I'm the LeBron guy. I'm from Ohio. This dude is already back in the gym. He's already training. He just won. And what's he doing? He's back in the gym and he's training. That's how hungry he is. That's his level of desire. Okay. So what does that mean? That means, man, look, you have to check yourself sometimes and say, hey, what's my level of desire? How bad do I want this thing? How bad do I want to become a Chairman 10 in this company? All right, by December 31st, 2020. So 80% of it is psychology, okay? So what does this mean? Let's go a little bit deeper here, okay? This is what my mentor told me about psychology, okay, in the mind. He said, listen, when you let the environment, when you let the outside environment, the environment can be the music you listen to, the movies that you watch. It can be the conversations you have with mom, the conversations you have with girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, or wife, okay? It's the things that you let into your senses. So anything that you touch, taste, smell, see, hear, it is affecting, it is the outside environment. These are your physical senses, right? So listen to what I'm saying. You cannot let the outside environment affect your inside psychology. When you do that, you lose. We lose. I lose. If I let the outside world affect my internal world, okay, as a spiritual person, as a spiritual being, I now lose. So what does that mean? That means today, in some of the craziest times, maybe in American history, I don't know. I try not to watch too much of the news because it's depressing and the frequency is super low and it's a lot of it's just propaganda. But right now in American history, man, if you pay so much attention to what's going on outside in Chicago or New York or LA or Atlanta or Houston or Scottsdale, and you kind of like look at what's going on in the protests and the riots and the COVID-19, this and that, and the Trump and the Biden, if you let all that outside get into you, man, it's going to be tough for you to go out there and win. I mean, think about it. If you're letting in external negativity, if I put in negative, I'm going to get negative, right? It's like if I had a cup right here and it was pure, clean, alkaline water, right? And then I start dumping in, black paint into my water. Eventually, it's going to get murky. It's going to get cloudy. And then my clean water is going to turn into a big black cloud and it's going to be dirty water, right? So the only way to get that black paint out of my cup, what do I have to do? I got to dump clean, clear water over and over and over and over and over again until I get all of this murky cloud out of my drink. Am I making sense here? So if you have negativity in here, the only way you get it out is by replacing it with positivity, right? Positive affirmations. This isn't some hocus pocus, pep talk, positive, everybody think positive crap. No, this is the way the brain works. This is how the mind works, okay? We attract every experience in our life, every single thing. If you want to go recruit, some great leaders, if you want to go sponsor Riyad Jones into your business, you have to be vibrating. You have to be at a certain level of frequency. You have to have a certain level of leadership. You have to have a certain level of psychology to attract somebody like a Riyad Jones, okay? Or like a Jayviel, or like a Mike, or like a Millie Mills, okay? You're going to have to become a certain type of person. So you should write that down. I can no longer let the outside world influence my inside world, okay? Period. This guy got shot. This girl got raped. Trump's this, Trump's that. Iran's nuclear bomb this. Network marketing is a scam. Forex is a scam. It's a pyramid thing. And then all this ridiculousness, you have to be able to reject all that information and only accept information that's going to feed, right? It's going to feed your dreams, goals, and desires. That's why even though I don't like to read, I read. That's why even though I never studied in college at Arizona State, dude, I study in this office. I study on planes. Why? Because rich people study. Wealthy people study. Chris Terry studies. You guys got to make sure your goals are in front of you every day. I've got listings of real estate homes, all right, in Vegas that I want to buy one day with my fiance, right? And I could go buy it right now, but I have to take a big loan out, and it's not what I want to do. I want to be able to just buy it cash and be done with it, right? But I've got pictures of houses all around me. And I know David has talked to you guys a lot about this as well. I've got homes, James Harden, Shaquille O'Neal, right? People like that. I've got pictures, indoor basketball courts, right? Sauna, steam rooms, tennis courts, right? Huge homes, man. $15 million homes. I see it every day. You have to make sure that the things that you see and hear are feeding the level of leadership you want to amass to, okay? You can't get caught up in your physical reality. Well, I'm broke. Well, I was raised by a single mom. Well, I was raised by a single dad. Well, my dad's in jail. My big brother got shot. My teachers told me I was stupid. All of these things that may or may not be true or factual information, sometimes it's hard to let it go, but you've got to let it go. You can't move forward without letting the past go. You just can't do it. You got to just let any negativity go and focus on where it is you're going, right? So this is one of the biggest challenges I see in organizations, okay? Sometimes people think that they've maxed out, right? I talk to people all the time. Hey, man, you know what? I don't think I can give any more effort than I'm giving. I had a young guy text me last week, a Chairman 10. And he said, man, what do you do? He said, bro, I've been traveling around. He's a really good kid. He's up in Canada. I've been traveling around, doing all these retreats, working hard, man. He's like, I feel tired. I feel burnt out. I feel exhausted. He's like, how did you handle this earlier in your career when you were making that 10, 12, 15K a month? And I said, bro, you're not tired. You are not inspired, because when you're inspired, you're going to find something that causes you to keep going. And that goes back to, again, why are you doing this business? Why are you in the room? Why are you taking notes? It's Saturday. You got college football on. You could be at a bar, drinking with your broke homies that are going nowhere in their life. You could be doing all that, but you're in a room and you're studying and you're learning, right? You're bettering yourself so you can take care of your family. Why are you doing these things? Okay. So never let yourself think the thought, man, I can't give any more effort. I can't do anymore. I can't, because here's the truth. We can always do more. Okay, you should write that down. Do more. That's one of my mottos of 2020. Do more. I packed my schedule out. My voice has not been 100%. I don't think all year 2020, because I'm doing so many Zoom calls. And let me tell you something. I'm always like, I can do more. Because if I can do more, then I can show people I'm doing more. They're going to go do more. That's the way leadership works. Leadership is monkey see, monkey do. You should write that down. Leadership is monkey see, monkey do. What does that mean? That means you guys are leaders. You women in there are leaders. Whether you know it or not, your team watches everything you do. Everything you do. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, right? I'm sure JVL watches my Instagram stories. The same way I watch Bob Proctor's Instagram feed. Like, you got to know people are always watching you. So your goal as a leader is to become a person that you want your people to model after. Very, very simple stuff. You don't got to be smart to get rich. That's another thing that is just a lie. If someone ever told you that, man, they probably didn't have any money and they're lying to you. Your mom probably said, you know what, you have to be smart to make a lot of money. It's ridiculous. You don't have to be smart to make a lot of money. I ain't that smart at all. Speak one language, English, and it's not even perfect English, okay? You have to do things a certain way, and you have to be focused a certain way, and you have to study successful people. And as a leader, remember the topic is leadership, you have to ask yourself right now, what kind of example have I been setting for my organization? Okay? Riyad Jones sets a great example for people to follow. I've had private conversations with him in person at different events. He is sharp beyond his years. His wisdom is beyond his years. He is smooth as a warm stick of butter, man. When he presents, the dude is someone you should watch. JVL, we haven't had too much time to communicate and connect and all that, but as we grow our friendship, I'm going to get to know him more. I'm telling you guys, you don't got to look very far. Well, I got to just study David and Alex and Yvonne because they're the ones making the most money in the company. No. You can do that, but what you should do is look at your chairman 10, look at your chairman 50, and if you can have close proximity to them, if you can touch them, if you can bump shoulders with them, you can slap high fives with them, those are the people you need to model to a T. All right, to a T. One of my biggest secrets? I always model myself after the best. At 21 years old, I got into network marketing. I knew nobody. No one respected me as a business person. All right. I didn't come from a super rich family. I got kicked out of the business school in college. I got kicked out of the dorm rooms in college. And I'm over here talking about becoming a millionaire. Everybody's laughing at me, including the professors in my college. So I said, you know what? I got to stop doing it Alex's way, because Alex's way is ramen noodles and broke. All right. And I don't know what the heck's going on. I got to go find rich people in network marketing and study them. I found 5 guys and I studied them to a T. And all I did was I took all their knowledge, all their information, the way they spoke, the way they dressed, the way they presented. And I said, all right, whatever they did in 8 years, I'm going to do it in 4. Whatever they did in 20 years, I'm going to do it in 10. And that's exactly what's transpired. That's exactly what has happened. So my question to you is, who are you listening to? How are you growing your leadership? You grow your leadership by modeling great leaders. And I know there's a lot of young guys in there. Sometimes young guys don't like to give praise and recognition to other young guys because, you know, when you're young, your testosterone's going through the roof, you know, people develop egos, right? Let me tell you something. The best leaders, you should write this one down for sure. The best leaders are still the best followers. Christopher Terry, richest person you know. Trust me. Trust me. He pays for mentorship. Okay? He has mentors. Hundreds of millions. Not millions, not tens of millions. Hundreds of millions of dollars. He's paid TD Jakes for mentorship. He's paid Bob Proctor for mentorship. And he's paid other billionaires for, guess what? Mentorship. Wow, why would you do that? He owns Gulfstream Jets. He owns 50 million in real estate. He's got 100 million in Bitcoin. Why does he need someone to help lead him? Because that's the way it works. That's the way it works. LeBron James takes guidance. He listens to coaches. He has shooting coaches. He has fitness trainers, right? He has people that, you know, coach this guy and guide this guy. I told this dude I can't close the call. One sec. I'm sorry. It's a live call. Hey, bro, I pushed another call back. You got to give me 12 minutes. Okay, 15:20. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Again, Saturday night, what am I doing? I got 3 closing calls after this call. That's another little lesson for you guys. How busy are you guys? How busy are you? And I shouldn't say busy. I should say how productive are you? Because you can be busy. A lot of busy people are broke. I don't understand. Well, I'm working so hard. Well, if you've been P600 for 19 months, whatever working hard you're doing, you need to change maybe the working hard that you're doing and try a different route. Okay, I'm just being honest. Like if you guys have been, you know, stuck at a point for a while, and it's not like the bigger levels in this company, sometimes you have to recalibrate and say, yo, I'm probably doing something wrong here. Am I saying something wrong to prospects? Am I coming off too passive? Am I coming off too aggressive? Right? Great companies always pivot and make changes and do things differently. Apple. Apple's going to become, Amazon will probably beat them, but they're going to become either the first or second $1 trillion company. I'm pretty sure Apple's motto is think differently. Why do you think that is, man? Because in order to be great, you have to pivot along the way. You may think you're doing one thing over and over and over again, but if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same result, you guys know the definition of that is insanity, right? So change it up a little bit, okay? So back to this, right? Never feel like you've maxed out, okay? And in leadership, okay, you guys should write this one down. Execution beats knowledge. Execution is greater than knowledge. What do I mean by that? I mean, you can become a network marketing professor. You can read all of the books. You can read every book in my library. You can memorize Think and Grow Rich. You can do all of these things. You can be so knowledgeable, okay? You could be knowledgeable and you could still be in debt. And I'm just speaking very freely here, okay? Execution is what you need to focus on. Executing getting prospects on Zoom calls, executing getting prospects to home presentations, executing getting people to the watch party in Houston, Texas, executing people qualifying for these retreats, okay? It's all about execution. My buddy, Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, some of you guys know him. He's pretty big now. I knew him when he was nothing. One of his phrases he told me when I was 22, he said, execution is worshipped. It's all about execution, man. Like Gary Vee says, ideas are, I'm not going to curse on this call, but ideas are SHIT, execution is everything. Like you could have the best idea on the planet, man. If you don't execute, it is, to me, it's worthless. What's the point, right? What's the point? So here we go. Okay. The next step in this whole idea of leadership, all right, is this is something that I've learned pretty, not too long ago. And it was the idea of, as you're going throughout your day, ask yourself one question. How do I feel? Very simple stuff, but no one talks about this stuff. But this is how you make sure you're in the right frequency to attract the things the people you need to go to the next level, right? Simple question. How do I feel? Okay. And if you ask yourself this throughout the day and you want to be honest with yourself, okay, ask yourself, you know, hey, how do I feel? Are you feeling more so, you know, frustrated, overwhelmed, tired all the time, unhappy? You know, the whole D word, which I hate the D word, depressed. Man, I'm just depressed. I got friends, man, I'm just depressed. I say, if you keep telling yourself you're depressed, you're going to continually be depressed, right? And I'm not trying to downplay, you know, a disease, but listen, guys, scientists have all agreed that we can alter the situations of our life by altering our state of mind. One more time. We can alter the situations of our life by altering our state of mind. What does that mean? That means our thinking, our thoughts, our attitude. It's so important. So are you feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, tired? Or are you feeling more so passionate, excited, driven? You know, can't wait to wake up in the morning. Can't wait to get out of bed. Listen, I have challenging moments, but I'm going to share with you what I do. Okay. I have a 90-second rule. Okay. If something pisses me off or stresses me out or makes you want to throw a fan through a window, all right, I tell myself, yo, after 90 seconds, this is what I tell myself: stress isn't going to solve the problem. Alex being pissed off and screaming and yelling and being a nutcase, not going to be solution oriented. Okay. IQ, they say, is important. Let me tell you what's more important. Ready? EQ, emotional intelligence. You should ask David Amite about this one. Emotional intelligence. Great leaders have high EQ. Some of the best leaders, their IQ, it ain't that impressive. It is what it is. But they are emotional. Christopher Terry is one of the most emotionally intelligent people I have ever met. Bob Proctor is so elevated in this idea. He literally is relaxed 24 hours a day. Nothing going on can rattle this guy at 86 years old. When all this stuff was going on, you know, when Corona started popping off and all this kind of stuff, I remember calling Bob, my mentor, and I said, man, what do you think about all of this COVID and Corona and all this closing and stuff and the protests and all this crazy stuff going on? I'm like, Bob, what do you think about this stuff? And he paused and he said, you know, I don't. And I said, what do you even mean? He goes, I don't think about it because I can't control any of it. All I can control is what I focus on. And that moment changed my life. I'm like, yo, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. He goes, I don't think about it. What do you think about Trump and Biden? I don't think about it. Right? Because listen, you can have your own political views and standpoints, but let me tell you something. I'm only 30 years old. No president has ever come to my house and gave my family money or food. All right? Period. I know Trump gave people like $2K or something. My cousin got a check for $2,000. I'm not counting Corona. Before that, Obama, George Bush, they never showed up. They never said what's up. They never came over for Thanksgiving. So why do we give so much energy towards something that really is not even affecting us that much? Like, I'm not trying to downplay that because I know it's important and you should vote and all that good stuff, and I get it. But at the same time, if you're putting 80% effort into that, what effort are you putting into your own life, man? What kind of energy are you putting into your own financial situation? You know what wealthy people say? Wealthy people say, I control my own economy. That's an affirmation you should be saying to yourself in the mirror. I control my own economy. I'm so happy and grateful now that no matter who's in office, I control my economy. I travel where I want to travel. I eat where I eat. I fly where I fly. I do whatever I want because I am free. One of the greatest affirmations you can make is I am free. You should tell yourself that all day long, man. I remember being 21 years old, broke, owed people money, no car, ridiculous where I was at. And I was telling people I am a millionaire. I am free. I have freedom. I'm doing what I want, when I want to, with who I want to. And eventually those things came into my life. I'm not teaching you guys something tonight that I read in some book. I'm teaching you what happened to me in my life. Okay. And if it can work for me, it can work for you. So again, execution, okay, trumps, I don't want to use the word Trump. Execution beats knowledge every day of the week. So you have to execute on these things. All right. A couple more things here. I know that you guys got a busy night. All right. Anyone can become a leader. I'm going to say that again. Anyone can become a leader. People ask the question, do you think leaders are just born, or can they build themselves into leaders? Some people probably are born with certain things that other people aren't. But guess what? Leadership is a learned skill. You can be wherever you are right now in this room, no matter how bad your past might be or look like on paper, you can become a world-class leader and lead tens of thousands of people to financial freedom and become a multimillionaire. Period. End of story. That's it. End of story. Okay? So what are some of the things that you need to develop, okay, to become a great leader? One of them, number one, is certainty. You have to raise your certainty about your life, about who you are as a person, right? Who are you? You know, these are things that people don't talk about in college. No one ever asked me, hey, Alex, who are you, man? If I was 18 and I heard that, I'd be like, who am I? I'm an American. I'm 18, right? Who are you as a person? What do you stand for? What do you believe in? Like these are things you got to get clear on. You have to get certain, absolute certainty. Number one is certainty. These are the traits of a great leader, right? The Riyad Jones, the Justin Owens, the JVLs, the Millie Mills, the David Etiers, right? The Bryce Thompsons. Okay, all these guys, man, I'm friends with them. They're normal. They're all normal guys, right? If you saw, the top 10 income earners in this company hanging out on a Friday night, you'd be like, yo, these are the most normal men and women I've ever met in my life, period. Everybody is a normal human being, okay? So number one is certainty. You got to get certain on where it is you're going. Number two is decision. You got to make some decisions this weekend at this retreat. You spend money to get here, or somebody else spent money to get you there, all right? You're sacrificing time away from your family, your friends, okay? Some of you drove there, some of you flew there. Some of you are sharing hotel rooms maybe, or Airbnbs, whatever it is. Listen, you got to make some new decisions, because new decisions make room for new results. New decisions make room for new results. When I came into this company in 2016, and there were 1,200 people in it and one six-figure earner, and everybody and their mom told me not to come to this company, I made a decision. I said, I'm going to go as hard as I possibly can for a minimum of 24 months, like all the way to the wall, no distractions. I'm not watching football. I'm not going to NBA games. I'm working this business as if my life completely depends on it, okay? I made a decision. I was making $0 a month. I came into this company, $0 a month. Chris Terry said, yo, if you want to build it, I'll take care of you down the road if you build it big. If you don't, then you know what? God bless. That's it. Okay. The same opportunity I had in 2016, same opportunity you have right now in 2020, except your opportunity is better because we have actual products and services. We have a real back office. We have 18 attorneys on our staff. We have the #1 visionary in the world of entrepreneurship, I believe, in Christopher Terry. I mean, dude, everything is right there. So number one is certainty. Number two is decision, right? Make some new decisions this weekend. Make some new decisions. Make a new decision to get Chairman 10 done. Make some new decisions to stop playing with opportunity. Some of us just mess around, and we just mess around. Stay focused. I know some of you guys are super young, younger than me. Well, let me tell you something. I made my first million at 24. Some of you were 23, 24, 22, 19. Age is just a number. Age is man-made. Did you guys know that? Age is created by us, men and women. What is age? What is 55? I've met 75-year-olds. You think they're 40. I've met 19-year-olds. You think they're 80. Age is a mentality. All right. Bob Proctor's 86. That dude's got more energy than me and you. How does that work? Because it's up here. All right. It's up right here. Right. So certainty, number one. Number two, decision. Number three, this one's important, right? Create a vision larger than yourself. Create a vision bigger than just about you. And this is why I talk about the materialistic stuff, because I know because of social media, you guys see a lot of stuff. And I get it. It moves people. When I was broke, all I wanted was a nice car. When I was broke, all I wanted was a Rolex, and then it was a Richard, and then it was a BMW, and then it was a Rolls Royce Wraith, and then it was a Colt. I understand it, but I'm still trying to pierce through you somehow so you create a vision of your life, for your family, and it's not just about materialistic stuff in your closet. Because I've seen time and time again, people quit on clothes and watches and chains. People don't quit on mom or dad or grandma or their unborn child. They just don't do it, okay? So again, certainty, decision, vision, right? That's why we say I'm so happy and grateful now that we've helped 1,000 people go Chairman 10 by December 31st, 2020, right? And my mentality, you know where my mentality is? 100 Chairman 100. That's what I see. I see myself walking into a hotel ballroom, and there are 100 Chairman 100s. Okay, when we do that, oh my gosh, I don't even know, 10,000 Chairman 10s? I mean, just insanity is what that's going to be, okay? And it's already done. So again, certainty, decision, vision. All right, the next one is fear, okay? Listen, everyone's afraid of something. I got this from Big Sean. A lot of you may know Big Sean. Great artist. Actually raps about some good stuff, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Fear, false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. The things that you and I are afraid of most of the time, they don't even exist in physical form. Okay? I used to be so afraid of flying because I had 2 bad experiences as a little kid. And I don't think I know anybody that's been on more planes than me in the last 8 years. I mean, honest to God. And then one day I was talking to somebody, they're like, what are you actually fearful of? Well, you know, planes and da-da-da-da. And they're like, do you know statistically you're safer in the air than on the street in a car, right? And I'm like, dang, that's true. This is stupid to be scared, right? So whatever you're afraid of, this is the quote. I don't know who said it. Do it anyway. Well, I'm afraid to prospect him. Do it anyway. Well, I'm afraid to post on social media because and talk about me affirming my future. Do it anyway. I'm afraid this Thanksgiving to tell my parents that I'm learning how to multiply money in the largest financial market on the planet. Do it anyway. I'm afraid to leave Atlanta or Houston or Detroit because I've been here my whole life, but I know if I move to another city, I can build my business bigger and better, but everyone knows me here and I'm comfortable here and I'm scared. Do it anyway. The best thing you can do is to put yourself in a situation that you're uncomfortable, okay? I remember I've had multiple breaking points throughout my career, but none bigger than 2016. I remember in a 24-hour period, I gave my 6 Series car back to the dealership. I broke the lease of my pretty nice condo in downtown. People were right. I'm on live over here. Oh, Grant Cardone. So, you know, again, whatever you're afraid of, do it anyway, man. Just do it anyway. You got to do it anyway. All right. Number 2, focus. Okay, write that down. I'm sorry, not number 2. Certainty, decision, vision, fear. All right, and then focus. Okay, what's that mean? Focus. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Where your focus goes, guess what? Energy flows. And you need energy. You need excitement. You need enthusiasm to get to where you want to go. So you got to look at, hey, where's my focus at? What am I focused on? Am I focused on the next level? Am I focused on helping this guy go P1? Am I focused on helping this guy, go P2? Am I focused on getting people to Houston? Am I focused on building this business? Or is my focus on distractions and on stuff that doesn't matter, right? These are the things you got to be asking yourself. You have to be intentional with your life. You have to live a life of intention. Everything you do has got to have intention behind it, all right? And then the last one is increasing your awareness of how special of a time we truly are in, okay? In 2020, right? You got the world out there. Okay, I just went off live because I can't talk about this publicly. You have a world out there that is all at home right now, asking themselves, how do I make money at home? How can I make money without being within 6 feet of other people? And I'm not trying to scare you guys in there, okay? But this is a you know, a private conversation now. It's just on Zoom. Let me tell you something. As the weather starts to go down outside, you're going to see COVID spike up again. They've already closed 2 different little boroughs in New York City. They're already closed in different places all over Europe. I got friends in Australia. They're already back in quarantine. Let me explain something to you. There's going to be a round 2 of what we just had. I know it sucks. I know it's painful to hear. You're like, damn, that really is negative. Listen, I'm just telling you, the circles that I'm in, the multi-hundred millionaires and the billionaires that I know, yo, get prepared. Like if Biden gets in, 100% shutting the country down. And even if he doesn't get in, Corona's going to spike up again. So tell your team, tell your leaders that get ready to be building it from home again. And I'm not going to go any more deep into that. I'm just letting you guys know that. So you do what's necessary these next 6 to 8 weeks before it gets super cold again. Because in the cold, the virus goes bananas. All right. They're already doing different things. So my point, what's my point of telling you that? So you can get mentally prepared to be grinded again, you know, from home, from an apartment, from a condo. But here's another thing, okay? When we went into shutdown, round 1, our company 4X'd. Imagine if your business 4X right now. If you went from 30 customers to 60, 90, 120, you went from P1 to P5. You go P5 to Chairman 25. That's the opportunity you have. And again, everyone is looking for ways to make money at home. There's never been a better time for I Am Mastery Academy to thrive at insane levels. So you guys, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, man. Jayviel, thank you for, you know, having me on this call. Make sure you guys are plugged in on my Instagram, because every Monday night I go into one lesson that Bob Proctor taught me that allowed me to get to where I am today. And listen, the time is right now. It's not hype. It's not stage talk. It is what it is. I promise you, if you knew what I knew, if you knew what David knew, if you knew what Yvonne and Jason and Matt and Bryce and Riyadh Jones knew, you would work and you would do more than you're currently doing. Okay, the things you do today are going to show up January 2021. The things you do tomorrow are going to show up February 2021. The seeds you plant today are going to show up first quarter of 2021. So make it count. Know you're in a great company. You're in a company that God's hand is firmly on. You're in a company with good-hearted people, man, that care about you no matter how much money you make. People care about you. You can be you in this company, whether it's a T-shirt and shorts or a Tom Ford suit. You can be you. You can do you. And you can become a success story. So I appreciate you guys. I'm grateful for every single one of you. I love you. Have a great, blessed weekend over there. And let's go out there and make it happen. God bless. Go. See you, JVL, my man.